Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be opening up another set of 400 Triple Threat Park game wins rewards here with 5 legend badges as well as a 100 overall premium pack here in NBA 2K25, my team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's get into the video. We have 5 legend badges, obviously, from the 400 wins, and then this 100 overall premium player pack. Big shout out to my guy Z-Wayo for letting me use this account. My guy Zaire, appreciate him a lot for letting me use this account for this video. And he said that he wants like Braun or Giannis as 100 overalls. Let's take a look at what his 3-man lineup right now is. Is this actually the lineup he's running? Wow, he's cheesing with size. Tim Duncan, Chet Holmgren, and Kareem. That is cheesing with size right there for sure. I think that's actually just the lineup he's been running. Okay, well, I guess he probably wants somebody big as well. Would be nice, I would think, for the 100 overall. Like, obviously 100 overall big would help his Triple Threat Park team as well. He said he plays mainly Park, so anybody who helps him in Park is kind of what he wants to go for. This looks like a fully no money spent account, or I guess pro pass spent account, I should say, which is completely reasonable and definitely very solid. And so hopefully there's an opportunity here to upgrade his squad a good bit. I think this is, I guess, the main squad right now. I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to see. Hopefully we can pull up somebody good today, and I guess we should start with the legend badges and see if we get anything good out of these. Again, I mean, at the end of the day, these are probably just that he's going to put on Tim Duncan or put on whoever he pulls with 100 overall, if it's a good 100 or whoever his favorite cards are for Park. But starting off with Layup Mixmaster is kind of an L. I got to be honest. That's not a great start. Aerial Wizard, 0 for 2, honestly. Rebound Chaser, best legend badge in the game, in my opinion. At least one of the best couple. That is an elite level legend badge, so that's good. Strong Handle is okay, and then Slippery Off Ball is also not horrible, but I would say overall those weren't the best legend badges ever, but Rebound Chaser is a very good one, at least, if nothing else. Does he have any other packs in here that are interesting to open up real quickly before we do the 100 overall? We got that 95 plus premium pack right there, and that looks to be it. Looks like he's been exchanging GOAT pieces and stuff like that, or just exchanging pieces down. But let's open up this 95 plus premium real quickly, and then we'll open up that 100 overall, and we will see what we get. This obviously, unless it's higher than Pink Diamond, which it's not, doesn't really matter, but it's something else to open if nothing else. And then again, I mean, out of the 100 overalls that are pullable, obviously Yao and Ben would be insane. I feel like a Kristaps, a Shaq, somebody like that who's an elite level big could be really, really good as well. As we get Pink Diamond Karl-Anthony Towns. That card wasn't good the day he came out. And then let's think, what other 100 overalls could we get just real quickly before we actually open it up? What other 100s could we get that would be big upgrades? None of the Skylines. I think Josh Smith would be nice. Glenn Rice would be good. Embiid, Brandon Ingram, John Isaac. Not really. Giannis, LeBron would definitely be good. KD, I don't love that card. A lot of people like him, but I don't personally. And then I guess like Corver, Bull, Marion. None of those would be awful. These 100s, they're not horrible, but I don't think you really want any of those guys either. Before that, I mean, T-Mac would obviously be really good. Yao and Shea would both be nasty. I wouldn't want either of the prime ones. Wouldn't really want Pantheon either, ideally. Ben Simmons and Paulo would both be nasty. Pippen and Larry would both be nasty. And then obviously KP would be good. MJ would be good. Shaq would be good. Luka probably not. Weber would be fine. D-Book probably not either. It's like ideally in what you want. So at the end of the day, there aren't that many 100 overalls at this point that are really great pulls out of these packs. That's the unfortunate part about it, is I feel like we're getting to the point where these are the rewards for the biggest grinds, and yet they're not very rewarding. And that's a big issue to me, because if you grind 400 wins of Park, you should be getting a reward that's actually going to be good. But I think there's a really good chance that we get 100 overall here who doesn't help him out at all. When you look at all the options, there's a lot of guys that are big pot that are just kind of like there at this point. They're not elite level cards. So I don't know. But with that being said, I guess without further ado, let's hop into it and let's see what 100 overall we get. Hopefully it's somebody good. I don't have super high hopes, but I guess I say I hope, but I don't expect, I think is a good way to put it. That's Oscar Robertson, isn't it? You see what I'm saying? 400 Triple Threat Park wins for Oscar Robertson. And that's the problem. The pack weight on these free RNG rewards is so bad. When you pull Dark Matters, you're gonna get Jokic, Tatum, Brunson, Cat, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, the crappiest Dark Matters, way more than you're going to get the good ones. When you open a 100 overall pack, you're going to get James Worthy and Dwight Howard and Oscar Robertson and Anthony Edwards and guys like that a lot more than you're going to pull Yao Ming and Ben Simmons. And that's a problem at the end of the day, because when you do this much grinding and you get a card like 100 overall Oscar Robertson, who's not that amazing, that's really discouraging. And I would be very frustrated if I were him and I got this, especially when you're like no money spent and you do a lot of grinding for a reward like this and it sucks. That is just the worst. It's one of the areas that I really hope, I don't expect, but again, I hope that 2K will make some changes next year, because doing these long grinds that some of these people do, and like I personally haven't done this long of a grind this year because I just, again, the reward isn't worth it for me to spend that much time doing it. But Oscar looks like a good card in freestyle, but in game, his jumper's not extremely fast. His movement's good, and he's a solid card, no doubt about it, but he doesn't even have Garland dribble style. He's got Booker dribble style, and just, I don't know. Disappointing pull. I assume realistically he'll probably exchange him for legend badges, would be my guess. And that, again, is a shame. I opened one of these 100 overalls and 5 legends last week, and I pulled, I don't even remember now, because it was so, it was somebody mid, somebody who didn't help my opponent's team. That I can remember for sure. So it's just, I don't know. It becomes a bit disappointing to continuously open these and continuously pull crap over and over again. Like my best pull out of any of the 100 overall packs that I've opened this season, from locker codes, rewards, from Hoff boxes, from anything that I've opened this season on people's accounts or whatever, my best 100 overall pull, if I'm not mistaken, is Paulo Banchero, who's a good card, but not even a top 10 small forward in the game. Like when the best card you've pulled all season, and I've opened a lot more 100 overalls than most people get to open unless they're spending a ridiculous amount of money, because I've opened a lot of them on people's accounts like this. And the vast majority of the ones that I've pulled have not been very good. And even the one or two that has been still isn't that great. That to me is so annoying and such a big issue. It really is unfortunate and it's concerning. And unfortunately, there's not a lot. I don't know. There's, as much as I do try to have a little more positive perspective, especially I have been trying to recently, stuff like this is hard to be excited about. It's hard to be positive about. That's just the honest truth. Because these rewards stink on a consistent basis. They stink. And every time I open these, do these videos, it's like people reach out to me on Twitter. Do you want to open this for a video? I'll be like, yeah, I'm happy to. But I hope I don't have high expectations of pulling them something good. You know what I mean? And that's just the unfortunate truth about this, is most of the time you're going to be disappointed from these types of rewards. And that's really why, unless you just love the game mode, grinding for these end rewards this year in these game modes have just not been worth it. It just takes so much time and the reward itself is not good enough. That is going to do it for the video though. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.